Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa, and we're here at Vitality Soul, and I have a guest, Tracey Stanton from the Flow of Love. And as we come into March, we are thinking about spring cleaning is a very popular idea that happens in the spring, and we think about decluttering our homes and sweeping and giving like a fresh remodel to our external environment. At Vitality Soul, we're going to talk about detoxification from the inside. So our red light therapy, which is one of our featured therapies, the red light actually penetrates into the cells and promotes detoxification, particularly fat soluble, by getting into the fat cells and making them more permeable. We also promote in the spring, this year we are doing a 10-day cleanse from osmosis, and it helps to really clear up the skin, it clears up the gut, and it's a great thing after cold season because it helps to clear out mucus in the lungs and in the gut and in the body. And another topic that I would love to introduce in the idea of spring cleaning is the idea of clearing out the energy in your space, and which is why I have Tracey here. So, Tracey, I want you just to introduce the idea of how did you get into space clearing, and then also then what is space clearing, and share with us some testimonials or some experiences that you've had with clients.
Yeah, thank you. 22 years ago, I was on a fasting retreat in Thailand and I met a healer. And he actually came to visit me in Singapore. I was living in Southeast Asia at the time. And he bought me a book on space clearing. And I had been delving into feng shui. In fact, my first foray into feng shui was to manifest a boyfriend, and it happened in 5 days. So I was kind of impressed, thinking, wow, this stuff's really good. It works. And I found a teacher, Karen Kingston, who at the time was one of the sort of leading space clearing teachers. And I trained, and I've since space cleared about 1,000 properties all over the world. Everything from tiny studios to actually 100,000 square feet corporate buildings in places like Southeast Asia. I've space cleared, obviously, very beautiful $50 million homes in Beverly Hills. I've also space cleared charity projects like children's homes and things. And most people don't realize that energy builds up over time, and so it creates a certain stagnancy. And I would say most especially when you move into a new home where there's been a negative history, people call me to clear out the negative past. So it's things like divorce, separation, when people move into a new old home, and even sometimes with new homes, space clearing blesses. It has two real key things. It blesses a space and it cleanses a space. So there's purification. And it does feel incredibly uplifting after a space clearing, like, whoa, it's like Christmas.
Yes. Awesome. And I wanted to just sort of delve into the specialty. Some people might think about space clearing as lighting a candle or lighting some sage, and the work that you do is much more in depth. So can you just talk about maybe a little bit of the process that goes into it and what the actual ritual and time looks like?
Yes, it is. It's like a multi-step ceremony. So from the beginning part, which is about intention. So there's always an intake with the client, finding out about the home, finding out about the history, finding out, well, what do you want to see happen? Because intention's really important. Where intention goes, energy flows, right? So, and then there are multiple steps of the ceremony where, for example, I read the walls, I read the energy of the home with my hands. And then there are multiple steps of cleansing processes. So bells and clapping and various techniques that really break up the stagnant energies. And I create flower mandalas. So there's an aspect of art, spiritual art in a way with it, though I would say it's not so much art. It's the mandala serves as an altar. It serves as a way to bring spirit into matter. And so it's a really potent ceremony. It's most people think space clearing is sage, and incense. And honestly, I don't use incense that much unless I'm in a very, very heavily cluttered home. And then I'll use a frankincense-based incense because it's really quite good at cutting through, heavy, heavy spaces. But the ceremony can take up to, it's around about 3 hours in the average 2 to 3 bedroom home. It's about 3.5 hours. So it's quite long, quite in depth. And obviously, I share insights about the space and about the individual. So each person's having a transformation, not just the space. So people always ask me, like, do you want me to be there for the clearing? And the answer is always yes, unless we are clearing ghosts, which is a whole nother topic. Which we're not going to talk about today. October.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we are so honored to have you here in our space. If you are looking to clear out your own personal biome, if you're looking to energize, if there's anything stagnant in your life, consider space clearing for your business, for your home, for yourself, and talk to Tracey.
Thank you, Melissa. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.